right, guys. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the amazing success you guys have been having. Tell me a little bit about what's been going on this year and the success you're having.
Who wants to start? Yeah, we've grown our agent count, so it's resulted in more transactions. We've gone from what we have from 7 at the beginning of the year to 17. So I would say that that's been the key to our success is the people that have joined forces with us and we've gone into business with.
What do you think you contribute that success to? Like them partnering up with you guys and doing business with you guys?
I would say it has a lot to do with our systems. We've over the last 20 years of being in business, we've developed a really amazing listing presentation, and we've taught that to a lot of the agents. And there's a lot of people, I think, that are out there just struggling for tools to be super successful. Like I said, we've nailed that down. So we train that really well, listing side and on the selling side. And then we also have developed a bunch of ways that have attracted leads through like YouTube and our website. So we're able to do the matching standard with a lot of agents that might be also out there struggling and their business is down a little bit and are just looking for a bump in business.
Yeah, so I know that your culture on your team is a huge piece of it. Talk to me a little bit about, so for example, Eric, we know like I watched him for a couple of years, bounce between that 4 to 6, 3 to 6 even million, and then watching him completely hit his stride.
Yeah.
Once he partnered up with you guys, like it has been phenomenal.
That was awesome. That was when we interviewed him, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago. He was at 258% of his GCI the year before, and he was only so. Yeah, super cool. And what he told us in that interview was just being on the team. We give our agents reasons to call people, not, you always feel kind of greasy just call and be like, hey, just following up. What are you guys up to? So we like to throw events and parties to you're just calling to invite your friends to parties a lot of the time. So we do a lot of that stuff. So he had a lot of reasons to reach out to his database.
And
He likes to hang out and play. So yeah, that's probably what it was. And he said just being on the team where we've got other agents or, it can be a competitive environment if you want to. You pick a couple people out and you're like, hey, I'm going to do this month and go.
Yeah, he's always in the office and we try and always have someone here. We have good leaders on our team. And so what we really try and do is identify people with leadership qualities and then create roles for them to take on leadership roles within the team. And so they can build a business within our business instead of, I don't know, not to say anything bad about anybody else, but there's maybe some scarcity mindset around, keeping people in their place where that's the last thing we want. We want people to grow and push us to create a solution for, a good problem. You know what I'm trying to say. If our agents can push us, we're really bad at pulling people. People can push us to develop systems that, or fix blind spots that we have, then that's exciting for us. That's what makes us want to come to work and solve problems that we didn't know we even had.
Yeah. So this morning, walking by, it's a Monday morning. You guys are always doing your team meeting on Monday mornings, and I'm not typically here on Mondays. And so to walk by and see the amount of people in that room to probably the last couple times I actually saw it in person, it's steadily grown. I was going to ask you what's your secret weapon, but the reality is that you guys have multiple secret weapons, right? It's
MOJO. Secret Summit.
it's really good. It's Dave.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And GT. You always now Janelle. That you have a lot of amazing people on the team, and the culture is completely different. And so, out of all of the teams in Kansas City, what do you guys think is what is different about the culture on your team? I know what it is, but I'm curious about from you.
What I think is that, we like to have a great time, but it's not about Max and I's ego. In fact, we used to be Morton and Jones, and now we kind of switched to MOJO because that's kind of but it's cool to take our names out of it because it's really all about the agents and the team. And that's what they say too. We never talk about ourselves. We're just, how do we kick ass as a team?
Yeah, we've found over the years that when you're working with a seller or a buyer, the last thing they want to talk about is you. And I think agents like to talk about how great they are. Nobody really cares. They care about them and goals. So what we've tried to apply that towards the team as well is like, let's be really agent focused and try and help them sell more real estate, whether it's through systems or training or leads to supplement their business. That's what people really want. So that's what we're focused on.
Yeah, you guys do a really great job of, well, making it agent focused, yes, but giving. I hear story after story, mainly from Dave telling me like this situation happened and this is what happened, and no one would ever know that they're giving away 50% of their listing because somebody went on an inspection or did this or that. You guys give from a very different place to your team than what I see most agents doing. You also are constantly asking for feedback. Like you're showing your credit card statements at meetings. You're saying this is what the money that you're paying is being spent on. These are, the things that we're working on for you guys. Do you feel like we're delivering on all of the promises that we said, right? Like I know something that Dave is super passionate about, and he is the boots on the ground for you guys, right? Is are we delivering on what we said we would? And if not, how quickly can they tell us that so we can fix it? Versus this is the team, this is the standard, this is what you signed up for type of approach. So it's wildly different. You guys are a lot of fun. I was at the event you guys had a couple weeks ago. There was a lot of people.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. I saw a lot of agents there too, which I thought was fun. Not just your agents, like other agents. Tell me, where do you guys see your business in 1 to 3 years? Like, what are some goals you guys have?
And I always had a goal, which I think is probably low now, but a few years back, it was probably 10 years ago, like 400 transactions a year was just this one thing that was hanging out there. So that's always been there. But I think we're probably going to have to boost the bar up here pretty soon.
Yeah, selling one house per day, every day of the year. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think what Zach and I would like to do as a big picture is get out of the day-to-day production of going on listing appointments and working with we stopped working with buyers a long time ago, and that has just been awesome to stop going on the appointments and working in the business, but work on the business with other businesses that support, that feed the beast and have like symbiosis together. So whether it's property management or mortgage or insurance or developing or building, there's lots of things that where we give referrals out that we could take advantage of. I know that's what the Zillows of the world are doing too. They're trying to capture all of the meat around a real estate transaction that happens. So I think that's the trend, and that's where we can see going to where we can't, when we're working in the business day to day with clients, we don't have the bandwidth to work on those projects. But I think as we trust our team and have leaders on the team that can take over the roles that we're currently doing, that are projects, and just, feed the machine.
Yeah, I see you guys taking like your level of customer service to those ancillary businesses and creating opportunities for the people that are currently in your world, right, to build more wealth through ancillary businesses, but also creating opportunities for people to work with in your culture doing those other roles, right? So that's really neat. Tell me, what do you think sets you guys apart as business owners from the very start? Like, you guys, did you start out as a team together? No, you were individual agents and then started?
I was solo for 5 or 6 years or so.
And then you brought in.
All the way from New York. I was like, man, that's a talented guy out there. So yeah.
Never sold a house. He's like, come on this way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All over.
So recruited him from New York, and then we just were like, hey, we could hire somebody to share expenses. So that was JT was our first hire. She's still with us, 15 years later. And yeah, it just went ham.
You guys have recruited a lot that way. Right? Recruited.
Yeah, it's helping friends. Yeah, helping friends grow a successful business. So that's what I did with him. And that's what he did with Dave. That's what I did with Kurt. I mean, I used to work for Kurt, and now he's on the team. So it's just helping a better life.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, is building a better life. Kurt owned a carpet cleaning business and worked his butt off and was just kind of like, the phone would ring and he'd have to pick it up and he'd have to run across town and just couldn't control his schedule. And he actually came to Zach and I the other day. We went on a listing he had to do a marketing piece, and he pulled us aside and was like, guys, this is the best year of my life. So I don't think he necessarily meant from like the amount of income or the transactions he's doing, but I know he did mean that we went on a trip to Croatia. We went to sailing.
Well, where?
We went to Croatia. Zach was our captain on a catamaran for 10 days in the Adriatic Sea. So I know that is important to Kurt, is just, having time to be with his wife and go on great trips, and just the quality of life that's what we're focused on, is, just creating opportunity for people to really author their own goals, because it's different for everybody. We have, single moms on our team that might not want to sell 40 homes a year because they've got little kids, but they're the breadwinner. So their goals are different than Dave's goals. So letting people author their own goals, create their own life, and just supporting them to do.
Yeah, that's a really neat trip you guys took them on, and I heard Dave is going to be volunteering to stay home. And next time, it's like, I was good after 2-3 days. Like, it sounds, he's not much of a traveler.
Not much of a relaxer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
I'm right there with that.
Yeah, he's go, go, go.
He's like, I could have been here, and I was like,
You did manage to find a casino every place we went.
oh, I believe that part. Okay, so
Yeah, the same on our agenda our weekly meeting every Monday. Our second thing on the agenda is team vacations, because we just encourage everybody.
I asked JT one day, I was like, well, when are you guys going to be doing this? She's like, I don't know. They're always out of town. I was like, it's designed that way. No, as long as you're not going on spur of the moment vacations when she has client events scheduled for you guys. Okay.
I would say that is another thing that really attracts people to our team. Is we've had some people come and say, well, I'll pay you $100 to show this house. And absolutely not. Well, we will cover each other. As long as you're a team player and reciprocate, then, you hop on the group me and, hey guys, I'm out of town. Can you please show a house? Everybody has a spirit about, and that really works well too. To be able to go on vacation that's one of the weaknesses of a real estate career, is you are just stuck. And being at the mercy of your clients' schedules, evenings and weekends. So,
In the market,
yeah.
depending on if it's going to go quickly, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that was one of the first, that's why we hired buyer's agents initially, is we had little kids that had sports, and we didn't want to miss those things. So we've leveraged to the point to where now our agents are leveraging
Each other. That's so awesome. Okay, so you ended the year at 199 last year, correct?
I think. Yeah.
199. I feel like that was what it was on the units.
We've been kicking around like 225 for 3, 4, 5 years in a row. And we've kind of broke through.
You're now.
Yeah. I think we'll do about 300. Should you 300 maybe?
Maybe. Okay, so you had like 60 listings. Was that the record this year of how many you had at once?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I know it felt like 50 plus. It may have been 60.
I think at one point you got to 60 for a couple days, and that's a lot of listings. You guys have had such great energy this year. What have you set your goals for next year?
No, we're doing that next month, or at the end of this month.
Yeah, we have business planning meeting where everybody's going to author their own goals on a 135. They're going to all bring them. We're going to talk about everybody's goals, and then that'll inform us on our team goal, because we'll have to come up with our team 135 on how to support the agents to accomplish their goals. So we don't have a unit goal yet for next year.
Okay, so who is the agent? Are you hiring, first of all?
Yes.
Agents. Okay. Who is the agent that would benefit from a team, from being on your team? Is there like an avatar, a person? Like, if you had to pick, is it
It's got to be somebody with good mojo.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have a kind of a values fit. We're not just anybody out there with a heartbeat and a license. You have to be a good person, first and foremost. You have to be self-motivated, because hungry and humble. Yeah, we're not good at, trying to, hey, where you at? Come on in, come into the office. That is probably our shortcoming. We just don't have the time to motivate people to do what they need to do. But if you're self-motivated and you're a good person, then really it could be any It could be a new agent, because we are developing systems to train a new agent. That used to be a problem for us where, it takes a ton of time investment on our part to get somebody up to speed, but we've built tools to help us do that, and be really effective. Or you can be a seasoned agent and just want the systems and the tools that are hard to develop. And anywhere in between, it doesn't matter the unit goal that you have, as much as if your if your values are in alignment with what we are. We want to grow. We had a admin person on our team that we've had for several years. We love her, but she really didn't want to grow, and it was making her unhappy. So she has gone off to do another job for someone else, and we're on good terms, 100%. But if the growth scares you or you're not attracted to that, then you might not be a good.
So a good person.
Yeah.
No, I use that a line, and other than that, like there isn't like if you've done 15 transactions a year and you want to get to 30, we're your team. You're saying as long as you're a good person and your value.
Yeah, I like hungry, humble, and street smart, but no drama. But we're super low drama. So yeah,
Do you guys will allow this team to
do the Mokita. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's our third thing on our agenda. Yeah, we call it "How can we get better?" But if you have a problem, like we want you to, if you're not comfortable bringing it to us in front of the whole group, then please bring it to us on the side and let us know, because it really could be a blind spot that we have that we're like, oh my gosh, I'm sure everybody's irritated about this issue, or everybody agrees that we could get better here.
or there's an explanation, right? It's not always that it's a blind spot. It's just maybe we need to be more clear about explaining the why or the reason behind it. And then it's like, oh, then everybody changes they've reframed it for them.
Yeah. Well, when we were really low ego, as far as we had an agent bring it to our attention on how we categorize open houses, whether it's an agent lead or a team lead, or we're calling it a we lead, which we
because of the growth that we offer more stuff. So this is just one thing that we were able to give everybody a raise, basically.
Yeah.
Open houses.
Yeah, I talked to Dave about this a little bit because this is like a debate between a lot of people. They're like, well, I did this, I generated it. Well, the marketing, the listing was provided by the team. So I love that you guys were able to look at different way and not be so rigid in your thinking, because as we grow and the industry changes, because it always is, we're constantly innovating. And if you would have taken the playbook 20 years ago onto what a team looks like and how the business was on, you would not be nearly as successful as you are.
Yeah.
Because it has changed rapidly.
Originally, our buyers agents couldn't take listings, and now, they do. So it's just, every couple of years, it just totally changes.
All right.
Yeah, it'll change. Is
that's the only way to
Okay, so what do you think sets KW apart in terms of creating an environment for you to grow a team to this size? Or
a lot of things.
Yeah.
This is a great environment to grow a team. It's a great environment to learn. People share freely here, and there's classes.
your wealth map?
Yeah, including our wealth mastermind. So we love to give back in that and just bump into like-minded people going the same direction.
Well, I mean, we were at Remax years ago, and it became really cost prohibitive our broker wanted to charge us office rent for our admin, and it was not cheap. An office. Every agent, the way that the caps work out and everything, that structure is really affordable. So you're not taking on quite as much risk to grow as you are other places. But I think really it's just the learning culture that, with lots of classes and, newer agents can go to, and having a team leader rather than just a broker. So having your role is pretty unique.
Have you ever been on a listing appointment against her?
No.
Had you ever?
Yes.
Did you get that listing?
No.
So there's things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got a Jelly of the Month gift card after that. So it happens.
Yeah. So yeah, just totally.
Awesome. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that I should have?
No, but I think that question goes to the spirit of KW and you being a good leader. I've always been really supportive to us, and before we started the camera on this recording, I told you a way that you could help us, and you were already on top of it and thinking of that angle. So thank you so much for taking good care of us and being a good leader for our. When Brian was here, there were some big shoes to fill that didn't quite get filled, and you're doing a great job. So thank you so much.
I appreciate that. I appreciate all of the work that you guys do to contribute to the office and be a part of, because I know you guys are busy, so it means a lot. And I'm excited. Did JT tell you that she's agreed to be on the agent lead for we're gonna have a ad leadership council, and I'm super excited.
Yeah.
She's gonna bring some great perspectives. So
Yeah, I can't think of a better person to blaze that trail.
I know, right?
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and I can't wait to see what you guys accomplish in 2026.
Yeah. Thank you, Morton.